Hello everyone, welcome to a video that's long overdue. That I am most likely going to get a lot of backlash for. And if you read by the title, this is why I hate Nintendo. Now, there might be more than just the one part. And if that's the case, I'll like record both and upload them on the same day. Being today, but if not, oh well. But anyways, I'm gonna start off by saying I never used to hate Nintendo. Like, I never used to hate Nintendo. I loved Nintendo. I grew up with Nintendo. My first console ever was a Nintendo console. As a matter of fact, it was the Nintendo 64. In fact, I have a Nintendo 64, but I just don't have it with me right now. Because it's in Illinois with my dad, so yeah, I don't have it with me. But anyways, as I was saying, I never used to hate Nintendo up until recent years. And here's why. Okay, first things first. I'm gonna start off with actually no, not gonna start off with that yet. I'm gonna start off with why I'm just recording and uploading this like right now. That is because like yesterday the Nintendo Mini Direct was broadcasted or whatever, which is fine. Like, I get it, these companies need directs to keep them going and announce new things, but yeah, that's why I'm doing this video now. And what I saw was that they're remaking and porting another game that was previously released. Well, on the Super Nintendo, yes, it was previously released, and this is coming from someone who absolutely hates the Super Nintendo. Who gives a fuck? Like, come on. And I forgot what the name of the game is, but Nintendo yet again remaking and porting another one of their games to the Switch because they really can't fucking come up with anything new and original. Well, new and original in quotes, mind you, but because let's be honest, a lot of the games nowadays are basically unoriginal and lazy. Most notably, the 2D Mario games. They're the exact same thing every single time. Like, there's hardly any difference between the new, quote-unquote, new 2D Mario games. It's just basically the same game with just slightly updated visuals and new power-ups. Sometimes new worlds. But otherwise, it's the exact same fucking thing every new Mario game. And I'm just fucking sick of it. Nintendo is getting lazy. Because I put a lot of time, effort, and love into a game that could be like really fucking good. And when you can literally just port like a Wii U game or something to the Switch that most people already have on the Wii U, and they could just play it on the Wii U. I mean, Mario Kart, for example, Mario Kart 8 on the Switch is the exact same thing on the Wii U, except when you get the Switch version, it comes with all the DLCs and everything unlocked. Unlike the Wii U version, to where you had to pay for the DLCs. Like, come on, Nintendo. You can make a new Mario Kart game instead of fucking porting the previous one to your new console. Super Mario... I have Mario Kart here. Obviously, I've played it. Another example. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. It is literally in the title. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. The exact same game from the Wii U. Ported to the Switch version, just with extra two new characters you can play as. Those being Toadette and Nabbit. Which is... Toadette can die. But you're still fucking easy when you play as Toadette. Nabbit, you literally can't die unless you're squished. Or you fall into like lava or pit. Otherwise, you're practically invincible if you play as Nabbit. And the game's easy enough as it is. So we don't need two characters to make the game even easier. So, why would you literally port the exact same game instead of taking the time to make a new one? Just comes to show you how lazy Nintendo has been. But anyways, enough of Nintendo's laziness. Next topic. I'm going to get a lot of fucking hate, especially for this part. But yeah, emulation. Because let's be honest, we have all emulated one of Nintendo's games at some point. Let's be honest. I mean, I know I have, obviously, but yeah. I understand where they're going with it. But yeah. At least the problem with all these ROM sites and everything is they're at least they at least care enough about a game to like preserve it digitally, or like remake any of the games. Like someone in Dreams, someone paid like $30 for Dreams on PS4 or whatever, and basically remade Bob-omb Battlefield from Super Mario 64, and it looks fucking amazing. So, and Nintendo took it down. And again, people have tried remaking Mario 64 on PC, because they want a remake, something Nintendo won't bother to do. And Nintendo goes apeshit when people put a lot of love and many hours of work into a game like that, just because Nintendo won't, and Nintendo just deletes it, shuts it down, and sues the people for it. Yes, I get it. Mario is a Nintendo property. I understand that. But they will not listen to their fans. Like, at all. Anymore. Like, they're perfectly capable of, like, remaking pretty much most of their N64, NES, Super Nintendo games. I mean, I know the NES and Super Nintendo is on Nintendo Switch Online because I play it sometimes. But still, they are perfectly capable of remaking their games. But they won't, you know why? Too busy counting money to even care what the fans have to say. And again, I'm getting off topic, but emulation. There are games the Japanese got that we Americans didn't back on the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, NES, all that kind of stuff. And I don't think we're willing to, well, most people are willing to pay thousands of dollars just to play one, if not all of their games that were Japan exclusive. Like, for example, the original Fire Emblem on NES. Like, sure, it was remade on brought to the DS, but I think people would also like to play the original NES version. And practically the only way to do it without causing yourself to go bankrupt would be emulation. And what emulation does is it preserves games like that, so people who never got a chance to play the games in the first place can play it. Something Nintendo doesn't understand. Like, I want to play the original Fire Emblem on the NES, but I'm not willing to fork out thousands of dollars or something just to fucking play one game. Because I'm gonna need to get a CRT TV, the Famicom, and the game itself. which is fucking hard to find. Not to mention, really fucking expensive. So, the only way I'd be able to play that is to download it on like my computer, my phone, or whatever. But Nintendo was too busy being pieces of shit to even care about that. Like, especially when you look for games online, people are not going to have reasonable prices on stuff like that. I've found a copy of Super Mario 64 on Amazon for $1,000. And someone actually bought it. I'm not kidding. Like, if you want to pay $1,000 for a common game like Super Mario 64, be my guest. But just know, you're more likely to make yourself go bankrupt if you do that. And sorry to say, but you're doing it to yourself. I'm sure a lot of people, collector or not, would not want to lose everything they have just to play that one game. So we kind of need emulation for that. Now, like, I'm not condoning it, because when I record, like, my Pokemon stuff, I always did everything in the same day. So, yeah. And oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, on the topic of emulation, Sega, Capcom, Sony, they don't care if their games are emulated or not. In fact, they actually condone it. They actually want you to do that. Because at least they know people care about their games enough to fucking do that. And that brings me to my next topic. Now that I'm just thinking about it, ROM hacking. Like, how many, like, Super Mario World ROM hacks do you think have been deleted because people put a lot more love into their ROM hacks than Nintendo does any of the newer Mario games? Probably like a few thousand. And that's not counting all the Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario 3, or Super Mario 64 ROM hacks. That's just Super Mario World. And I hate Super Mario World. And for me to say that the ROM hacks people make of Super Mario World are really fucking fantastic. Especially the Kaizo ROM hacks. And I have played quite a few of them. Never beat any of them, but I have played them. Some of them. They're really fucking good. But Nintendo's not making money off of them. So, and here's the thing. The creators of the ROM hacks aren't making any money from the ROM hacks. You can literally just, like, type in Google Super Mario World ROM hacks and download them for free. And people have spent hours of work on them. But Nintendo, being the greedy fucks they are, only care about the money. And if they're not making any money, they don't care. I enjoy playing ROM hacks from time to time, like, especially the ones with bad grammar, like the Tohomon ROM hack I played. Well, I don't play anymore because I don't know where I need to go, and I'm of course trying to recover all my PlayStation stuff because I had to hard reset my PlayStation. So I'm getting everything back slowly, which is why I've been lacking on uploads. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Like, the ROM hack, the Tohomon ROM hack, has a lot of terrible fucking grammar in it, yes. Not hating on the creator, but it does have bad grammar. But hey, the person at least fucking spent a lot of hard work on that game. Just that one game. They have made quite a few ROM hacks. That one game, bad grammar, but Nintendo doesn't give a shit because they're not making money. In fact, I'm surprised they even found that. Well, I did because, again, Nintendo likes to take stuff down that they don't make money off of. And back to the ROM hacks and everything. Like, I understand Super Mario Maker is a thing, but with Super Mario Maker 2, from what I have been told, Nintendo made a limit to how many levels you can make before you have to delete and make new ones. And they charge like $60 for that. People make full game ROM hacks that you don't have to pay any money for. And Nintendo takes them down. Like, sure, Super Mario Maker's a thing, but Nintendo has never thought or even looked at these ROM hacks and said, huh, this person or group of people is really talented. We should see if they'll join our company and work for us. They have never thought that, probably. Instead, they delete the ROM hacks and sue the creators. Because the creator of the ROM hacks are more fucking creative than Nintendo is. Okay, now that's enough for like the ROM hacks and stuff. Now we go on to probably the most. No, this won't be the most. This won't be the worst one yet. Because there's still one more thing I gotta talk about after this. But this is the fact that Nintendo can't take criticism. Actually, I got two more things. But yeah, Nintendo can't take criticism. Like, people have criticized Nintendo's business practices, their games and everything. And they had people's channels deleted, striked, and banned from YouTube for criticizing them. Like, I get, like, I understand, you don't like what they're saying. I get that, that's fine. You don't like it. But because you don't like it, you shouldn't fucking delete their channel. It has like probably thousands of videos with millions of subscribers or something like that. Just because you agreed with something they said. Now, you may say I'm being a little too harsh here about Nintendo not being able to take criticism, but the thing is, I have tried to say good things about Nintendo in the past, recently. Yeah, you heard that right. I have tried to say good things about Nintendo, but every time I write on their videos and everything, and whenever I try to say something good about them in the comments section of their videos, comments are disabled. Like, this isn't just Nintendo. This is other channels as well that can't take criticism, because believe me, there are people like that. Like, Angry Joe's show. From what I remember, he disabled comments in all his videos at one point. Because he couldn't take criticism. Like, I understand people disabling comments for, like, harassment and all that stuff. Like saying, I wish you were dead, you're a piece of shit, go kill yourself. Like, stuff like that. I understand disabling your comments for. Because that is harassment. That's not criticism. That's just straight harassment. That's understandable. But because people tell you, hey, this isn't okay to do. People say stuff like that, and then Nintendo goes all ape shit and just disables all their comments and everything, deletes channels, strikes videos, all that stuff. Just because they didn't like something one person said. Like, if you're a company that can't take criticism, then you should just pack up and go. Like, there's no reason you should have to fucking stay if you can't take criticism. And again, it's not just Nintendo. CNN got criticism a few years back and doxed a teenager. Like, That's someone under 18 years old, and they fucking doxed him. Like, come on, come on. But yeah, trust me, every time I have tried saying something actually quite good, nice, good about Nintendo, I keep forgetting comments are fucking disabled because they can't take criticism. Which is one reason I don't trust critics these days. Because people criticize them. Oh, they're being harassed and all that stuff. It's like, no, you're not. That's Nintendo. That's Nintendo thinking they're being harassed when in reality they're not. People give constructive criticism. There's a difference between harassment and just plain criticism. And what all these channels and stuff do, they give constructive criticism. They're saying, hey Nintendo, maybe you should do this or you shouldn't do this. And Nintendo just says, who cares what you have to say? And the next thing you know, your favorite YouTuber or whoever has had their channel deleted because they criticize Nintendo. Like, I'm no business. I'm not a developer, publisher, or of any sort. But I can't say for a fact that not being able to take criticism, no matter who or what you are, and throwing a fit because of it, it's just plain ridiculous. The next part I have to talk about is the fans. Holy shit. The fans. Where do I even begin? Okay. Actually, no. I'll put these two in their own video because, I mean, not in their own video. I'll merge these two because this has to be said. The fans of, like, not just Nintendo, but also PlayStation, Xbox, PC, all that kind of stuff, are so ridiculous. And biased that it's just come off as really annoying and makes you not want to play one of that company's consoles or whatever again. Which is something Nintendo fans have been doing for me. It's just, ugh. Because to add from the last topic I talked about, or two topics, I have gotten death threats from Nintendo fans telling me that they want me dead and I should kill myself for not liking a certain game, certain character, or whatever they like. It's like, dude, I respect the fact that you like the character. I don't. That's great. Good for you. But please, respect the fact that I don't like the character you like. I like this other character. Because, let's be real, nobody deserves death threats over something they like or don't like. Nobody does. But, and Nintendo fans are definitely the most guilty about this. I mean, sure, PlayStation, PC, and Xbox fans do the exact same thing. Because let's be real, John has a personal bias towards Xbox. Like, again, I have a PS4, which I'm playing and recording on right now. I have an Xbox One, and I have a Nintendo Switch. That's just 3 of the 6 games consoles we have in this house. And I have no bias towards either of them. Like, they have certain games that I can't play on the other, like Mario Kart. The Switch has Mario Kart. I can't play that on an Xbox or PlayStation, can I? Well, technically I could. It'd have to be modded, but yeah, I could. But I don't like that. I don't like people tamper with the consoles to be able to play like N64 games. I don't like that, because what you're doing is practically destroying property that you spent like $600 or so dollars on. So, yeah, I'm not biased towards anything. Like, they have their pros and cons. Like, sure, not everything works 100% of the time. But goddamn, if I want to play like some Mario Kart 64 or something, I'll play some fucking Mario Kart. But yeah, PlayStation fans are not the best. Trust me, PlayStation fans are not the best. Neither Xbox or PC. But you don't fucking see. But they're not as. They're bad, but they're not as bad as fucking. Nintendo's fans are, because holy shit, again, I've gotten death threats countless times, and whenever I state like facts about Nintendo consoles and Nintendo games, Nintendo fans go, no, you're retarded. It's like, no. It's like, okay, if I'm retarded by doing my research, What does that make you by not doing your research? And then they block me. Like, seriously. Nintendo fans are the most immature, especially when it comes to fucking Smash Bros. Holy shit, don't even get me fucking started on that community. That might be its own separate video someday, but not today. It's the fans, it's fans of Nintendo and the company itself that make me glad I moved away from Nintendo consoles and onto like Xbox and stuff. Like, I even prefer PC over Nintendo consoles, and PC's full of a bunch of fucking cheaters. So that's gotta say something. But anyways, yeah. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate and backlash for this video, and that's okay. I personally welcome it. Up to a certain degree. But if you tell me, like, kill myself, or you want me dead or something like that, I will personally delete the comment or just straight up disable the comments for the video, because again, nobody should fucking go through that just because you disagree with what someone said. Like, you like Nintendo, that's great. I don't. And I don't like the fans either. Granted, Nintendo is better than fucking Disney, but that's not saying much. Well, anyways, that's all for this video. I gotta go cool off. And I'll see you in like... and yes, I do play Nintendo games on the channel. I do, yes. From when Nintendo actually gave a shit. But that doesn't mean I like them as a company. I like their games, just not them as a company. Anyways, that's enough for me, and I'll see you all in the next video, or run, whatever.